And so, Skip, for me, I just look at, when it comes to these numbers, Skip, I'm just taking everything from 2000 moving forward because it was unfair because the guys just didn't throw the ball like they do it now. I mean, basically, guys are throwing the ball 60, 65, 70% of the time. But if you look at, it took him 193 games. Drew Brees had it at 205. Peyton, it was 209. Brady was 212. So basically, he did this in almost a season. Basically 12 games fewer than Drew Brees. 16 an NFL season fewer than Brady and Manning. Skip is I mean, and you look at what he's doing. I mean, the dude has 400 touchdowns and fewer than 90 interceptions. Skip, that's unheard of. That's not that. I mean, it doesn't even seem real. It doesn't even seem real that he can. I mean, here he is, and now he just had his 5th 35 touchdown passing season, which is an NFL record. Now, Brady probably going to tie him because I think Brady has, like 28, 29? So he'll probably end the season with 5 more games to go. He'll probably end with 35 also. But, Skip, for what he was able to do in this situation, I mean, what do you say? Now you understand why we heap praise and we throw flowers and you're just in awe of what he can do, the way he can throw the football. And he should have had more. But he's learning. I got to stop throwing so many balls to Vasdale, Scanlon, and EQ, St. Brown, because they throw them back at me. Because you saw that yesterday, Skip. Their number's supposed to be better than this. I mean, 25 or 34, 295, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. That could have easily been 330, 340. But, Skip, what do I say? Virtuoso. I mean, the guy is a...
Interesting. So I must have missed that memo about the rules change. I don't know. Maybe I overslept that day. I didn't get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I slept until 3:30. I don't know.
What rules change?
The new rules change is for every 100 touchdown passes, you get a Super Bowl victory, right? So Aaron Rodgers now has 4 Super Bowl wins?
Skip, we're talking about the holder. The Jenny didn't ask you nothing about no Super Bowl. She asked you about this, and is it impressive?
It is not impressive because it is irrelevant to me. I do not care. Can you go lead a team to a Super Bowl victory? You did once upon a time.
Okay, so he did
a long time ago in a kingdom far away.
They were no far away.
It was. 10 years ago, Aaron Rodgers led a team through Chicago, where he almost got beat in the second half by Caleb Haney. It was just terrible.
He did not get beat, though.
But he did not. But he got to Super Bowl at Jerry World when it snowed in Dallas. It was like the snowball's chance in hell. But you finally had your shot. And
he capitalized on it, right?
He capitalized. Okay. Troy Polamalu came into that game with a badly pulled hamstring and tried to play. Ryan Clark was kind of on his last leg, so he had 2 back there that he could victimize, and he did.
But hold on.
To our man, Greg Jennings, he victimized them.
You see, hold on. But when I told you the Legion of Boom, guys had ACL, and meniscus, and Richard Sherman had a torn elbow ligament. You say, hey, that don't matter. They were out there. What does the great Hall of Famer Shannon Sharp says? If you're out there, what? Okay, were they out there?
They were out there, and so was the Legion of Boom, and Brady threw for 124 and 2 touchdowns and brought them from 24-14 down in the 4th quarter to beat the Legion of Boom.
They were injured on one leg.
Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it because it gives me chills to even talk about it.
Long time ago, though.
Okay, so here we have Aaron Rodgers, and now you're over there hyperventilating. Oh, it's another virtuoso.
It was.
He's having a terrific bounce back year, but no quarterback in this whole league has improved his QBR from last year to this year anywhere in the ballpark of how Aaron Rodgers has improved his QBR.
But Skip, that's what we do in pro sports. We update our resume. Everybody in professional sports must update their resume except your guy in Tampa because you just go back to somebody, but he won 6 Super Bowls. He's been denied.
So, speaking of resumes, for the last 4 years until this year, Aaron Rodgers' numbers had fallen in QBR and passing percentage until he hit bottom last year. He had a QBR of 54 last year, which ranked 18th in the NFL. That's not very good. His completion percentage ranked 21st in the NFL. That's not very good. The year ended up after a shocking run by a Packers team that we kept saying, how are they doing this? Because it's not about Aaron Rodgers. It's more about Aaron Jones.
No, you said that.
And they got all the way to San Francisco where they got blown away, 37-20. And Aaron had in that game 3 turnovers that could have been, I'm sorry, three. 2 interceptions, 1 lost fumble, but he fumbled 2 other times, so he could have had 3 lost fumbles. And he had a QBR, a grand total of 23 on a scale of 0 to 100. And guess what his management decided soon after that? It's time to start thinking about the next guy up, and we got to go get him. So they traded up from 30 to 26 in the first round of the NFL draft, and they took Jordan Love.
Yeah,
and they said, you know what? It could be sooner than later. It could be an Aaron Rodgers trajectory of maybe it takes 3 years to replace him, as it took Aaron 3 years to replace Brett Favre.
And I get why Brett Favre was upset. Brett Favre was saying, hold on, wait a minute. I'm right here right now, and we could win a Super Bowl if you give me the prerequisite pieces.
Yep.
But now, all of a sudden, you want to go get a quarterback. Okay, Aaron Rodgers is saying the exact same thing.
Yep.
We could go contend. I'm your best chance of winning a Super Bowl, but you go get somebody that's not going to help us for maybe at the earliest 2 years, probably somewhere between 3 and 4. But at the end of the day, Skip, it's still Aaron Rodgers update his resume. When is your guy going to update his resume?
We're not talking about my guy. We're talking about my guy's on the bye week, so he's off limits.
Oh, yeah, but he threw another pick.
Yeah, okay. So back just this past June, Pro Football Focus wrote this when leaving Aaron Rodgers out of the top 50 current players in the NFL.
How they look now?
Rodgers has become ever more evidently part of the problem in Green Bay, and his own team spent the offseason laying plans to minimize his role in 2020 and replace him beyond that. Rodgers finished the regular season the year before, obviously last year, as the number 9 ranked quarterback in the league, but he was just 17th from week 8 onwards. That's all you need to know, period, end of story. So you're over there gloating about fastest to 400 touchdown passes, and it got you what?
Hold on.
It got you some sort of weird hype glory. I don't know what it got you.
So
what did it get you?
Let this sink in.
Well, by the way, what did it get Drew Brees, who was the previous fastest to 400? What did it get him?
He won him a Super Bowl.
Okay, he won one, right? Okay.
But,
same.
Hold on.
50-50.
But you didn't say anything when Tom Brady broke the record for most passing touchdowns. All you do is come out here and talk about he got 570 touchdowns.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. Oh, he's the new record.
I don't care about that.
Yeah, all I'm saying.
I don't. That's just a longevity record.
Okay.
He just wins. All I care about is what he does in the fourth quarter of Super Bowls, because he's won 6 of them with 6 game-winning drives.
So he had an opportunity in the fourth quarter against Tampa, against Kansas City. What did he do?
Against
Tom Brady.
Which?
Against my homeboy.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up. In the fourth quarter, he had 2 75-yard drives capped off by touchdown passes that brought them back to 27-24, and he would have beaten you if he'd gotten the ball back. That happened with 4:10 left, that he cut it to 27-24. And guess what happened?
What happened?
Mahomes killed the clock.
Oh!
Does that count as a game-winning drive?
No.
Not really.
No. Hold on.
He did it again last night. We're about to talk about it.
Your guy, hold on, Skip. How you going to talk about he came back? I thought in order for you to come back, you had to actually take the lead. That's what they call game-winning drives. So he doesn't get credit for a game-winning drive if he doesn't game-win the game.
Well, he won the last 3 quarters. He outscored Mahomes, what was it, 24-10 over the last 3 quarters?
We go by game.
don't know.
Did you win the game, yes or no? Now, look at Aaron Rodgers. Skip, it's okay if you just say it is impressive, Skip. It's impressive.
What does it get you? Help me out. And it equals what? It contributes to what? I just need you to help me out. You're in the Hall of Fame. I'm not.
What?
It helped them do what?
It helped them.
Wait a second. Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs since that one Super Bowl run, which was all wild card on the road.
Yeah.
All the way to Jerry World, right?
Yes.
It was at Philadelphia and at Atlanta and at Chicago and at Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Since then, he's 6-7 in the postseason, and the 6 wins are all kind of fluky, weird wins.
But see, what I can't understand with you, Skip, is that when a quarterback plays well, when anybody quarterback plays well, your guy plays well, and his defense doesn't play well, his defense is crappy, and Coach Belichick let him down. Anybody else plays well, and their defense let him down, they need to overcome.
Did Belichick's defense cost Brady at least 2 Super Bowls?
Did it? Hold on. Did Belichick's defense win Brady at least 3 Super Bowls?
I don't know. He did what he had to do in the fourth quarter to win the game. Am I right?
But what happens if he does?
How did Bill Belichick's defense give up 41 to Nick Foles in a Super Bowl? How do you explain that?
Well, how do
you give him a pass for that?
Well, how does Coach Belichick shut down a red-hot team after they scored 28 in the first half. How does he do that?
That was good. I'll give you that.
Okay, what about...
How do you let Eli Manning go 73 yards on you after Brady's game-winning drive in the first Eli Super Bowl?
I want to know why Tom Brady averaging 37 only got 14. Why in the
was
hell
it good enough to win?
And remember, you remember that little smart aleck remark he got? When a Plexico said that they're not going to get but this here. Oh, that's all we're going to score? We're only going to score 17? No, you're going to score 15.
He did what he does. He drove him down with 2 minutes left, hit Randy Moss for the game-winning touchdown, and here comes Eli, 73 yards in like 12 plays.
In other words, Aaron Rodgers becomes the fastest to 400 touchdown. High impressive. Very, very impressive, to make a long story short.
And it matters not.